development society. I'm giving you two stories of this country with all its corruption and so on and so forth, and two stories of people who are not even Muslim. One, Infosys. Narayana Murthy, the founder of Infosys. I was teaching a course for Infosys in the year 1995 or something like that, 1995 or 96. And Murthy came to address the audience. So after that we were, and he spoke about integrity. He spoke about integrity. He says integrity is an absolute value as far as Infosys is concerned. His words, I mean, these are not his words probably, but he said them. He said integrity is like pregnancy. You can't be slightly pregnant. You're either pregnant or you're not pregnant. Integrity is like that. You can't be slightly honest. You're either honest or you're not honest. And he said two things. He said we never give bribes and we never borrow on interest. I was very surprised. Because this is India. So in the tea break, I said to him, please tell me, what is the story? I mean, why do you say, how do you live like this? I mean, is it really true? Or are you just, pepping up your employees? He said, you can come and check. You can talk to anybody you want. I said, how do you do that? He told me two stories. When I asked him about interest, I said, why don't you take interest? He tells me, I'm surprised you are asking me this question. So I said, I know why you are saying that, but I'm asking you because you are not Muslim. So why don't you take interest? He said, for the same reason you don't take interest. I said, what reason is that? He said, because interest destroys wealth. These are the words of Narayana Murthy. He said, interest destroys wealth. I said, what about bribes? So he tells me a story. He said, when we started Infosys, it was in Pune. He said, we had 7 partners. Together we had pulled in 10,000 rupees as our seed capital, and we started Infosys. We imported one computer, one PC. It was probably a 486 or something in those days. He said the PC came, the import officer, he asked for 150 rupees as a bribe. Murthy said, I said to him, we do not give bribes. So the man said, if you don't give me 150 rupees, I will not release this computer. Murthy said, all my papers are in order. There is no reason why you cannot release this computer. Everything is in order. I will not pay a bribe. The man said, your call. So I said, then what do you do? He said, I used to go and sit outside his office every day. That's all. Every day I would go and sit outside. You know, all these government offices, they have a stool outside the office where the peon sits. So he said, I used to go and stand. The peon had pity on me, so he used to give me his stool. I would sit on the stool every day. He said, the man tried every trick in the trade. He told me, he said, you are a young guy, you don't understand business, this is India, it's only 150 rupees. Imagine how much of money you are losing by not starting the business, this. He said, including all my other 6 friends, they told me, we respect your principles, we stand by you, we are not saying no, but we can't just wait for this computer to be released, so we are going to go and get some jobs and so on and so forth because our houses have to run. So everyone left. He said, I was the only guy, and I would go and sit outside his office every single day. I said to him, how long did you do that? He said, 18 months. 18 months. He said, so I told him, why did the man give? He said, he just got sick of seeing my face. He just got sick of seeing my face, he gave it to me. 18 months. That is called living by your principles. Second story, Alacrity housing. Now since I teach this stuff, I thought to myself, and I'm not talking about the 80s, I thought to myself, let me go and talk to people directly face to face and get some case studies, because I don't want to come into a class and then you tell me, you know what, you are saying is very nice, but show me a practical example. So I don't want to do that. I'll show you a practical example. So I went to the housing. I said, which is the most corrupt industry in this country after the underworld, and that's housing, right? Construction. So I said, let me find a housing company which is honest. There's a company called Alacrity Housing in Chennai. Founder is a chap called Amol Karnat. So I went to talk to him. And I spoke to several people there. Now that's the link also to the case study which is written, so do take a look at it. Amol Karnat says he was inspired by Ayn Rand. He read Ayn Rand's book Fountainhead, in which the hero is a guy called Roark who stood for his principles as far as architectural design was concerned. So he's inspired by that. And he said, we also decided we are going to start a company. He said, we will not make unreasonable profit. We will make a profit, but we will not, fleece people. We will use the best material possible. We will have designs which are environmentally sound and which are functional. He said, no fancy facades and stuff. Functional designs, functional and environmentally sound, and no bribes to anybody. These were the principles. And finally, very importantly, we said we are going to give our customers a date of delivery, and if the apartment was not delivered on that date, then we would give them damages for every additional day of delay. I said, this is a crazy thing. I mean, how do you make it work? Because in this country, how do you say that you will get a permission on this day? He said, we used to apply for permissions 2 years in advance. 2 years in advance, before the project starts. So let them delay. How long are they going to delay? So we got permission at the time, except once. And this is where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tests you. In one case, they were building an apartment block of some 24 something apartments. He said the electrical connection permission got delayed. For again, coincidentally, again the bribe was how much? 150 rupees. He said, we did not give it. They ended up paying 4 lakhs in damages to the owners. Where they did not give 150 rupees bribe, they paid 4 lakhs in damages to the owners. Some of the owners told him, forget your damn principles, I don't care, I want my flat. He said, no. You will get your flat, here is money. It's crazy? I don't know. All I know is, he was inspired by Ayn Rand. I want to ask you, are you inspired by Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? You have to, this is where the rubber meets the road, my brothers. This is where you have to walk your talk. Or be prepared for Narayana Murthy and Amol Karnat to be your witnesses on the day of judgment. As simple as that. It is as simple as that. And don't give me the story about how it can't happen in India. I'm giving you stories of India. I'm not giving you a story. I'm sure there are plenty of stories like this in America or Canada or whatnot, because the system supports it. You will have to run around to find a case where somebody actually gave a bribe and got. The system does not demand it. It is not there, so it's nothing new. The challenge is to make it work in a place where there is a challenge, and that's my question to you. Amol Karnad, inspired by Ayn Rand. Are you inspired by Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And that's why I say integrity is a function of who you are, not of where you live. Finally,